If you've watched our video about the world's strangest museums, then you're probably well seasoned in the world of the weirdly unique. But did you know that just like a trend, museums can come and go too? Back in 2013, a blogger had took to Twitter to ask the world what museums that don't exist anymore would they love to see again. And despite answers coming at him from all around the world, and the internet, one particular museum stood out: Walter Potter's Museum of Curiosities. Self-trained, Potter was one of the most famous Victorian taxidermists of his style, displaying his anthropomorphic creations in his museum in his hometown of Bramber, West Sussex. And just like him, there are many other taxidermists out there doing all sorts of weird and wonderful creations. So today, at Curiosity Factor, we will delve into this interesting world of taxidermy and explore some interesting creations. From morbid to art form, here's everything you need to know about taxidermy. This may come as a surprise, but the practice of taxidermy dates all the way back to ancient civilizations. Back then, early forms of animal preservation were used for either religious or cultural purposes. For example, ancient Egyptians mummified animals, particularly those considered sacred, to accompany their human counterparts in the afterlife. However, these methods were not true taxidermy, as we understand it today. The modern form of taxidermy that we're all familiar with began to take shape in the 16th and 17th centuries, when explorers and naturalists sought to preserve specimens for scientific study and display. The term taxidermy comes from the Greek word taxis, arrangement, and derma, skin. Early techniques involved rudimentary stuffing and sewing. The 18th century saw significant advancements in taxidermy, driven by the growing interest in natural history. Museums and private collections needed improved preservation methods. Naturalists like Carl Linnaeus, who developed the system of binomial nomenclature, relied on preserved specimens to classify and study animals. The advent of arsenic as a preservative marked a turning point, allowing for better preservation and longer-lasting displays. The 19th century, the golden age of taxidermy, saw it evolve into a popular art form. The influx of exotic animals due to European colonial expansion fueled public fascination. Museums like the British Museum and the American Museum of Natural History showcased taxidermy displays, highlighting the diversity of life on Earth. One of the most influential figures in the history of taxidermy was John James Audubon, an American ornithologist and painter. Audubon's detailed illustrations of birds combined with his taxidermy skills set new standards for both scientific accuracy and artistic representation. His work inspired a generation of naturalists and artists. In England, Rowland Ward emerged as a prominent taxidermist, known for his lifelike mounts and innovative techniques. His establishment, The Jungle, became a hub for taxidermy enthusiasts and collectors. Ward's contributions helped elevate taxidermy to an art form with a focus on realism and natural poses. As the taxidermy techniques evolved and improved, so did the artistic aspirations of its practitioners. By the late 19th and early 20th century, taxidermy was firmly established as an art form. Taxidermists aimed to capture not just the appearance, but also the behaviour and environment of animals. Dioramas, recreating natural habitats, became popular in museums for their immersive experience. Carl Akeley, an American taxidermist and explorer, revolutionized dioramas as the American Museum of Natural History, setting new standards for realism. His early 20th century diorama of African elephants remains a taxidermy masterpiece. Anthropomorphic taxidermy, where animals are posed in human-like scenarios, also flourished. English taxidermist Walter Potter became famous for whimsical creations, like animals at tea parties and weddings, showcasing the playful side of taxidermy. But the world of taxidermy is not limited to just realistic representations of animals. Over the years, artists and taxidermists have pushed the boundaries of the medium, creating unusual and fantastical works that challenge our perceptions of nature and art. For example, Walter Potter popularised anthropomorphic taxidermy, showcasing animals in human-like poses and settings. This movement has inspired many contemporary artists, who have taken this tradition to new heights in humorous scenes. Catherine Cohen's Canary Suicide series, for example, combines taxidermy with miniature settings to create darkly humorous vignettes. These works invite viewers to ponder the absurdity and fragility of life, blurring the line between reality and fiction. But taxidermy has also ventured into the realm of the fantastical, with artists creating mythical creatures that blend elements of different animals. This form of taxidermy, often referred to as rogue taxidermy, allows for limitless creativity and expression. For example, Sabrina Brewer's work often features hybrid creatures, like winged cats and mermaids. Takeshi Yamada, known for his Museum of World Wonders, creates intricate and bizarre specimens that blend mythology and science fiction. His work includes creatures like the Fiji mermaid and the Cyclops rabbit, which combine real animal parts with imaginative elements. In recent years, taxidermy has found a place in the world of contemporary art, with artists using preserved animals to explore themes of life, death, and transformation. For example, American artist Kate Clark creates sculptures that combine taxidermy animal heads with human faces sculpted in clay. Polly Morgan, a British artist, uses taxidermy to create evocative and often unsettling installations. Her work often features birds and small mammals in unexpected contexts, exploring themes of mortality and decay. But as taxidermy continues to evolve as an art form, many have raised questions about the ethics of this practice. The use of real animals in art raises questions about animal welfare, conservation, and the responsibilities of artists and collectors. Many contemporary taxidermists prioritise ethical sourcing of their specimens, using animals that have died of natural causes or were already deceased. Some artists work with the conservation organisations to ensure that their practices do not harm wildlife populations. But what do you think of taxidermy? Is it weird? Is it morbid? Or is it fascinating and whimsy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoy learning new fun facts and histories, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in our next video.